This is Pro Series Off Topic.
Welcome back to Pro Series Off Topic. This is episode 34. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about some smart home technology that is from the movies that just never made its way to real life. I'm going to start off with number one. If you remember the Disney Channel original movie Smart House from 1999, there was this floor sucking technology basically where they had a party, they put everything on the ground, and the floor just sucks up literally everything. For the amount of times I vacuum because of Nala and how much fur she sheds, she's me as I say this, but it sounds really cool. But can you imagine losing like Mr. Whiskers on there? Like, how do you explain that you lost your cat? My floor sucked it up, or how did you lose your homework? You floor sucked it up. Like, where does it go? It just, I don't know. It can never happen. I don't even think it could ever happen. But it was cool at the time. The second one is from Spy Kids from 2001, the original Spy Kids. The microwave scene when they're in that bunker and they put like a little pouch and it makes a McDonald's meal. Pretty cool to be able to do that, but there's no way that food is nutritious. I feel like something like this could happen, but there's no way that food would be good for you. And then the second one is also with food, from Back to the Future Part 2 in 1989. You might remember the hydrator where they put like a little tiny pizza from Pizza Hut and they put it in this Black & Decker hydrator. The mom kind of speaks into it, kind of gives it what they want it hydrated, but it just, I guess we do kind of have something like this. It's not a machine, but some of the camping food that you could just add water to dehydrated food and it brings it back to life. But the whole idea of hydrating food that was already dehydrated just really grosses me out. So I'm kind of glad that one's kind of gone. The other one, the Clueless Closet, is probably the most popular one. And if you don't remember, I think it's like the opening scene or the beginning of the movie where she has this computer or this digital screen in her closet where she could literally pick out her outfit, press yes, and it kind of like puts it out for her. I think we're getting there with that. I think there are websites where you insert your photo and kind of it puts the whole clothing on, but it's pretty cool. And then also with Smart Home or Smart House from that Disney Channel original movie, they had so much in that movie I could probably talk about during this whole episode because given it is a whole, if you haven't watched the movie, go back and watch it. Looking back at it, it's probably not the best movie, but it was awesome when we were little. They won a smart house, and the one room had like the walls were like digital screens, and they show basically being in a safari, and then this elephant is running at you. But can you imagine waking up in the middle of Africa and an elephant just staring at you? That's something I don't want. Maybe if it was cool, like mountain scene, and just a nice relaxing time, or you want to escape onto a beach, might be cool. But I'm kind of glad that hasn't fully went in because I guess that it has, because there are TV walls. If you look at any TV show or award show, they have the TV walls, but this one's a little bit more realistic. If you have any other technologies that are from movies, TV shows, let me know. I was doing a quick search on them and just remembering what I remember from when I was younger. So many different movies. A couple of the other ones that I was going to add, but they weren't really home related. But if you remember Phil of the Future, he had that spray food where he just it was like an aerosol can. You see, and brownies were like magically there. And then Xenon had a bunch of different things as well. They had the food in their cafeteria. It seemed like a lot of the technology was around food, and thinking about our food nowadays, I guess you can see if you've ever seen the chicken that is grown in the aluminum cans, which isn't like real chicken. So I guess we are there with a lot of the technology with food, which is very scary and really gross at the same time because that food cannot be good for us at all. Because not being natural, just being man-made it just completely grosses me out. But that's all for the smart home technology. Head over to my social media as usual. I'll actually have these videos up from the movies. Tell me if I missed one or one of these are your favorites, or maybe you actually liked them and you wish you actually had one in your house. But let's get into country music. There really wasn't any country music that came out this week that's really worth talking about. So I'm going to skip that for now and get into the country music media base chart. Number 5 this week is George Burge with Mind on You. Number 4 again this week is Morgan Wallen, Everyone Love. Number 3 again this week is Nate Smith, World on Fire. Number 2, which is a huge surprise to me, from last week being at number 7 is Luke Bryan, But I Got a Beer in My Hand. This song, I spoke about it when it came out. I am a fan of Luke Bryan. I've seen him probably 3 or 4 times. This song is just, I don't understand how it is. Like, I wouldn't have released it as a single. It's not that good. And I think it's just because it's Luke Bryan that it's doing so well. And it's taken forever too, because I think he came out this like in the spring. But yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. But number 1, a well-deserved 2 weeks in a row. Number 1 is Jelly Roll with Lainey Wilson for Save Me. Have this week. Make sure you go follow me on Eric Doman Design on all social media except Twitter. It will be Eric Doman DZN. Go to wherever you listen to these podcasts, like, subscribe, and review. It really helps out the success of the podcast. But other than that, have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk next week.